the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Well, I didn't want to be late.
Yeah, you did perfect.
Okay.
Late Stevenson.
Any added agenda items? I don't have any.
I don't have it.
Okay, so that being the case, acceptance of the minutes of. Motion to for the acceptance of the minutes of January 25th, 2023.
Second.
Any discussion?
I don't think so. Sounds good to me. I'm all set.
Yeah. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right. So that's done. Communication with the A-team, well, you got one on the table. That's from tonight's JI. South Windsor plans on, we're hoping to spend $2 million to get the stink out of it. I don't think they'll be successful, but they're okay. Another $2 million coming from somebody's pockets. I think it's local, but. Let's see, what do we got here? I have two. From January 28th in the Journal Enquirer. Manchester's North End sewer mess is pathetic politics, not racism. Boy, that's an interesting editorial, but it's. Oh, that's the North End of Hartford, not Manchester, excuse me. And apparently there's some major problems in the North End of Hartford, and MDC is actually managing that. There's a
flooding situation.
They got all kinds of problems, and it's sort of they didn't get fixed. It's that simple. Okay, they didn't get fixed. They were supposed to get fixed, and who knows what's going to happen. All I know is it's not our directly. All right, January 30th. Suffield WPCA Superintendent gets federal recognition. Wow. A regional award.
Oh, I thought it was an indictment or something.
No,
That goes.
Jamie Cruller. No, okay, Superintendent Jamie Cruller received a regional award for his work in maintaining the local facility. He's one of only a few people in New England to receive the 2022 Regional Wastewater Operator of the Year Award from the federal government. It isn't.
Thank you, Paul. Exactly. Well, yeah.
Ed's gotten this award in the past, and we have gone to Boston to receive it, and it is. It's not even defined in the article, unfortunately. So that's too bad. But it is a New England organization that presents the award and not the federal government. Unfortunate, but that's what happens sometimes. Okay, but those are the two items. If you could pass those down.
Oh, sure thing, yeah.
That would be good.
Under communications, that's where we're at, right?
That's correct.
Okay, social media, we had our bills go out recently. On social media, it was discussed.
No.
Delinquent bills went out.
Oh, delinquents. Yeah, those are the bills that went out. The regular bills only go out once a year. Okay, fair enough.
One's paid in January, one's paid in July. It's like, yeah, there was a discussion on Facebook. Is the bills went out, and one gal apparently, and I directed her to call because what else she gonna do? She said she never got her first bill, but she just came to town. Usual people, and I said I believe as a member of the WPCA, I gave her his name and number. Why not? And I also stated that I believe the price tag is stabilized. We're close to last year because I didn't have it exactly in front of me. I'd rather be off by $1 or $2 than like absolute. But after that, the chatter died right out. So I thought it was good because people are going to discuss it. Oh no, it's so perfectly fine.
I also had a phone call this morning from an upset ratepayer that received a delinquent notice. She asked that I bring it up. She's from 52 North Main Street. She was disgusted by the delinquent notice. She thought it was mean-spirited, especially during these times. Couldn't believe that we would send out a first notice with such harsh wording.
What, pay the bill on time?
This
Well,
person,
that has to be on the bill. I brought a copy of what I.
Yep.
And it's also late.
Anyone wants.
well, but it could have been a situation that, and I don't know, but she obviously feels she didn't get a first bill, am I correct? Whether she did or not, whether we sent
This
it or not.
one did get her first bill.
Yeah, this might have been another one.
She thinks we should send out a reminder for the January installment.
Thank you.
There's one cost.
That is our standard.
It's in the newspaper.
The delinquent.
Is that was gonna be my question, I understand that we can't. As some people would say, hold the hand to bring them, but if it's in the newspaper, or if we can make sure we do a public announcement. Prior,
We do.
which it sounds like we do, then that's just unfortunate, but that's the way. it
When
is.
Laura mentioned it to me this morning, and so Ed had fielded a number of calls and people are complaining and, so if it's a first time ratepayer, I can understand they haven't received the bill. But this bill is no different than tax bill. Okay, it's right, was that once you have two stubs to pay.
And the timing's the same too.
So Laura mentioned it to me this morning, and I said, Laura, I said, we bring this up tonight, it's gonna be a really short conversation, because how many customers do we have? How many bills do we send out? 2,000?
About 2,300.
Okay. You can't make everybody happy, and sometimes you can't make anybody happy.
Right.
And I've heard so many of these complaints, one way or the other, and it's like, pay your bill on time. Or, don't blame us because you want a second notice, you want a reminder. One woman wanted us to have Jason announce when he does his weekly callings about the bill. It's like,
Not a problem.
it just gets so carried away. I think it was one person, Laura.
No,
Talk to her,
and
handle it.
we have a system,
Yes.
Laura's there, if they have a real problem, we can always work it out, I know we can. They have to contact her though, and just
Yeah.
like any other bill you have. The problem, I think, a lot of the people is, well, we know it's like a tax bill because they're getting a real service. It's actually better than a tax bill,
Yes.
okay, cause they're getting the service. Okay, so the problem is they don't realize that, and that's been, I think, most of what you're hearing. Unfortunately, you get the frontline things, but I think for the most part, people are starting to understand the difference.
Well, all I can say is that whether it's Laura or I forget a number of times, but Laura goes out of her way to be polite, be nice, to listen to them, to give them the benefit of the doubt. And some of these people, I don't care what you say to them, they are just miserable.
Well, let's be real, in the real world. And in business, this happens. This is why you have to always remind yourself that it's a customer in business. There's going to be some people that are not happy unless they're fighting you.
You're exactly right, Shannon.
So those are the ones you just do your best with, don't worry about them. And then the ones that really need the help, hopefully we're helping, which it sounds like we do.
Yes, we do.
And then the rest of the world does what they have to do when they can do it. So I wouldn't worry about it.
No, and that's what I told Laura. I don't want her to worry.
Paul, she said she just wanted to vent to some of that.
That's the reality.
I'm here for it.
And that's the reality. They think they're calling up some big bureaucracy and they always gotta fight when they call the government. I mean, it's always a fight. They don't realize you're gonna kind of like say, let's work something out.
Yeah.
We don't wanna shut off, we're not interested in sending you to collections. We're more interested in finding a way to help you pay the bill. I mean, that's,
Because the bill can't go away.
no. Okay, I've laughed enough, sorry.
Thank you for bringing it up, Laura. I think the woman wanted it brought on the board.
She did.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate.
We did. We brought it.
Perfectly happy.
No, it was good, the whole conversation.
Thank you.
Okay, do not have any scheduled visitors. Public participation, nobody's here, okay. That's unfortunate. Any applications?
No applications.
And none pending approval? That brings us down to legal. Have anything for the legal? Oh, no, only warrant status, right? Okay. I guess, boy, it's easier. IT status.
Well, a couple months ago, we went to a secondary SCADA system, DT SCADA, virtual tag SCADA. Art really likes it, and just this, I think it was Friday. I usually start my day later. Art starts earlier, so he gets in and runs through some of the pump station reports. He made an outstanding catch on a transducer failing at one of the pump stations, and they don't typically fail right away. They show some signs over a day, and then in the middle of the night they go. So Art caught that. So two big things. I think our investment in having a different SCADA system to run alongside the Intolution unit, it's paying some dividends. That's much easier to understand the graphs. Other than that, IT, I think everything's done well. Our alarming system right now, I should knock on wood, but I couldn't be happier. We also had a instance last night. We were given basically a general fault alarm at one of our pump station generators. There was nothing wrong with the generators, but there was something going wrong with the block heater. So we're catching things very, very soon before they become a problem.
That's correct.
Just with our alarming system.
So one thing I'd like to add to that, Ed, I know Ed's very humble. So this article here, when I talked to this afternoon, I said, Ed, I gotta bring this up at tonight's meeting. So as you probably know, a few years back when Conrad was here, we bought an odor control system. Okay. And then the next year, we had our guys put it in, install it. And then Ed worked with Randy from BIS, and we actually put it into SCADA. So now we. Okay. So Ed and I were talking today, and again, I'm not sure what $2.6 million buys you, but I know what less than $25,000 bought us. And I wanted to give Ed credit again too, because Ed is our whole IT department. That is.
Yeah, I understand that.
You understand it, okay?
Well, you and John, right?
Yeah, we've been trying to get John moved along because Art and I are not getting
I
younger.
think it's important. Yeah.
Exactly, right.
Oh, I can't wait till you collect your social security, then I'm still paying for it. Not gonna happen. Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, never mind.
I'll keep
Okay.
them here forever. Even if I have to put skeletons up in the corner.
You might have to put cardboard cutouts, excuse me.
I
Neither one of us are getting any younger. So anyways, I wanted to give Ed credit for that because, having that in SCADA, which Ed was a very, very big part of, was if there's a warm weekend, the park is always full of people. That's what they talk about here, the odors for 40 years.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I've never been to a wastewater treatment plant that does not have some odors.
It has
It's just gonna happen. Okay?
The nature of the system, right?
So what we have done, it has worked out so well, and it was all done with in-house talent. Okay? For less than $25,000. And so when I see stuff like this, and you've brought it, I think a while back, there was another town that was gonna spend $100,000.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It happens.
goes on forever.
So this $2.6 million, that's more than a whole annual budget.
Right.
So I just wanted to, again, I know we tell you all the time about the good things that our crew does here, but yeah, again, I just wanted to give Ed some credit because, yeah, we have a better IT department here than the town has.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if everybody, is, but I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
But that goes without saying, because there's a lot of failures now.
We paid outside service.
And we have inside people doing some of the work, and sometimes it just fails completely. So it happens.
So anyways,
And that's without going too far with it, it does fail. Got it.
Yeah. So our odor control is working very well. It's very high tech, it's very automated. And it was done for a minimum of money, which is how we like this.
And you mentioned SCADA. Does SCADA monitor odor levels?
You cannot monitor odor levels, but what
think
we
so.
can do is through SCADA, change the timing, the duration, and the intensity.
So you can, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So if it seems like there's a problem, you can manage it.
Exactly.
Pretty good deal. Measurement. do that spectroscopy
Yes,
to do that, if you really wanted to make it complicated.
yeah, but we don't like complicated, we like simple.
And it
I-
works. It works,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
key.
I just don't think Ed is ever given enough credit, because we do the IT report. I see firsthand what this guy does, and I see firsthand the amount of money, and not only he, but the rest of the crew here, because of the talent that we have here.
Yeah.
And we don't go for the credit, we don't look at people on the back, it's just that when I see stuff like this, and I see this happening all the time, all over the place.
Yeah.
And again, it's gonna be, I don't know if it's at $800,000 for engineering and design,
It's all outside,
it's all.
they're not
Well-
even involved.
You gotta understand, Paul, now you were at the last board of selectmen's meeting. And Marie DeSouza reported on being here.
Mhm.
She's just impressed all the hell. So while you think what you do doesn't make a difference, it is making. a
Well, it's nice to hear that you reported on that.
difference. But that's how these things work. It starts with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And so just keep up what you're doing because it's really going to make other things happen that are beyond the scope of what we see.
That's good, we're all here for the betterment of the town.
Right.
Okay, I'm done, I just wanted to give that a plug.
Alright, so paving contract? Not after, nothing? Really, okay. FCC rate review. That's something we said we would do.
Yeah, I think back in 2015, every 3 or 5 years, we were gonna kind of visit it, so,
Some time period.
yeah, then we're overdue.
And we are overdue, and it's something we're gonna have to start working on.
Mhm.
And I guess before to even start that, I think we need to get some data on similar towns.
I believe that's.
I don't care if they're surrounding us or not, because we want as close to reasonably similar as we can find without trying to go through everyone there is, because that's too much.
No, the last time we did do it, I think Denise put me in touch with either CROG or CCM for
Yeah.
towns of the same socio.
There you go.
It was like 8 or 9, so I can pull up that information. and we
Yeah.
can-
See where they
we
stand
can Start
today,
getting that information.
and get it gives us a starting point.
Yep.
Doesn't mean we're trying to copy anybody, we don't wanna go too far out of the
Yeah.
realm of what's going on.
I will start compiling that.
As you exist in the business, where would you say our rate's at?
Our facility connection charge rate,
Yeah.
Just, you know,
I would
if
say,
you're in the business.
okay, yeah. We're probably a little bit lower than average.
And where do you think, knowing how we operate, what we try to do here, putting the whole bell of wick, what would you think we should be going up a little bit, a lot more? I mean,
Oh, okay, well, I'll tell you, Jim, in my opinion, I think we should go up a little bit each year, an incremental amount. You know, we're at 65, we went from 49.94 to 6,500, because that was about where it should have been.
okay,
And so, in my opinion, I think we should adopt like a 5-year schedule. And maybe we go up $100 a year. 6,600, 6,700, 6,800. Just because, I mean, it really should go up because the intent of the connection charge is to pay for future upgrades.
right, or you're gonna take it, the sewer payer's gonna, the person, the rate payer's gonna have to pick up the difference if you don't do it the right way. Question
Yes.
is, the last time we changed it was when?
2015.
It's been 8 years
Yeah.
Yes.
Long,
with no change.
no change.
And your idea would be to do $100 a year.
Well, that's an incremental amount. Maybe it's not enough. I'm just using it as rather than trying to do every 10 years.
No,
800.
you jump too much.
Exactly, right. I think
that's part of the issue, and not only that, but it could be an incentive for people to connect earlier.
Right, because then you can write your contracts in such a way that if this is not done by a certain date, then this next rate increase, if we have it already set up.
West River
People can
Farms is an
plan on it.
example of that, Paul.
Yeah.
Yes.
We worked the deal with them, and we collected a lot of money up front, so they could maintain a rate.
And there's an incentive there if they know it's gonna go up $100 a pop.
But
Right.
here, they virtually prepaid, so.
Yeah, and I think the last time we did it, I think we gave them like a year grace period. We told them it was gonna go up like a year from now, to let people know, hey, if you're looking to do something, you want to save the $1,500. And I don't think I think West River Farms is the only one.
They said yes.
Yeah, they said yes.
So, but it
Which-
makes sense, and
No, it
was
they're
good for them.
gonna look at
And they're still getting the old rate because they paid for it.
that, right, well,
So there's the benefit for them. And-
it's like paying for something and not paying paying a loan. They paid for it, so they got out of paying the interest.
Well,
Which
exactly,
is
yeah.
what reoccurred, and that's what I don't wanna spend a lot of time looking at other towns, what I wanna look at is because we're operating at such a level that if we matched everything else we did with other towns, we're way ahead.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
So the question then is, what you all would think would be a reasonable amount? If you told me 125, I wouldn't know the difference between that and 75, but you're in the industry.
Right.
You have a general idea of what everything's doing. And I think the idea of either an annual increase or something along that lines and plan it out for 5 years.
To give people a little bit of, here's what's coming down the road for the next 5 years.
Right, and someone that wants to pay ahead like West Farms could say, hey, I wanna pay this rate now.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll give it to you, cause it's a bunch of money in our bank account, we can collect interest on.
You're exactly right.
Okay,
So I'll start gathering that information.
Good, yeah, if we put something together, maybe sort it out next month.
Mhm.
We'll see how our agenda looks.
when would that start if you did something? What would be the sensible time, like start it next January or with the new billing
Did
cycle?
we do it September 1st, something like that?
Yeah, I think
I
September
think
first.
it had to do with the billing date
Or
of
the
FTC.
That's correct.
They get billed,
Okay,
Yeah,
then that's,
so that's.
that-
we probably
there we go,
follow
there's
that.
the answer.
we tie it into a date that already exists. Okay. Anything else on that, Steve? That the availability? No. Throw it in the mix, okay, good. Jordan. End date on contracts.
No,
End date on contracts, the whole idea, I guess, there was that, yeah. You get things done within a time frame, or you haven't completed the contract. And we have to worry about things. It also related to purchases. We need to know where we stand on. Get a price from somebody,
How long is that price?
it's gotta be good, a time frame that we can live with too. It can't just be, well, we're gonna give you 2 weeks, where you can say, no, that's not good enough.
No, what we found out is when we have contacted the vendors, they have told us, hey, we can hold the price for 30 days.
Yes,
We can't guarantee it beyond that.
Understood.
If it's gonna go up,
yep,
so it's really tough right now.
but that's gotta be in writing as part of the
Yeah,
deal.
yes,
Anything shorter than that isn't even livable, in my opinion, because you can't even breathe.
if we had each contract across the board, 2 years. With the knowledge that at that 2-year point, we plan to renegotiate things unless they have to, won't change, but if say the FCC rate has changed in those 2 years. That would be something we'd want them to have to pay the new rate on. I don't know why we can't figure out a way to put that in.
I think that originally came up with a discussion on Palomar.
I think so too.
Yeah, because.
That was a big one, yeah,
Yeah,
because they had a situation, they were given pricing and all this stuff.
and it's gone on 7 or
And
8 years now.
It doesn't matter anymore, it can't be valid.
So anytime we deal with a vendor, whether it's chlorine or something else we buy on a regular basis, whenever I do my budget, I contact these folks and say, hey, can you tell me, what's the price of heating oil, what's the price of this, price of that? And if a lot of these contracts from Prague or CCM, so it's like the state did, we get the benefit of locking in with that.
Right.
So when we order the pumps or some equipment we just ordered, we would talk to the vendor. say, okay, how long is this price good for? And we're hearing lately like 30 days at a time.
Right now, the difference I see it as, what you're purchasing is equipment for the most part.
That's correct.
And equipment is already usually pre-produced, even though you're getting a price now. The equipment you're buying was built a year ago. I'm just using that as an
No,
example.
right.
What we're looking at is a developer, which is a different animal than what
Okay.
you're talking. And that's why I say a 2-year, because that allows
Oh,
them
that
to.
kind of, okay,
That's
a
right,
different contract.
Calamar would be a good example,
Yeah.
that's why when you said that.
Yes,
If we made all those contracts with Calamar type entities
exactly,
on a 2-year mark, completely renegotiable, we're not saying we won't.
exactly.
But we have to be able to adjust things like an FCC rate, and you could, if we add that in place.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that worries me, it's not that they have a contract, because the contract's only good if you complete it.
Right.
But if we don't have an end date, then they have no reason to rush. And that could cause trouble later on, because if the contract we have 5 years from now doesn't match the environment.
Well, you're right.
Okay, then you have a real problem, because who's
Yeah.
first, chicken or egg deal? So I think a 2-year mark, unless other commissioners disagree, it should be longer or shorter. I think a 2 years mark is plenty of time for a developer to visit planning and zoning, be turned down a few times. And you know, with the understanding that if they came in and said, look, we're gonna have it 4 months after the 2-year period. And this is something we can talk about and vote on. But there should be some kind of ability for you to extend that contract as is. But not be, other words, but in your control,
It doesn't
not
go
in the
right.
contract's control.
I would negotiate the contract.
Well, I
I will extend it to put a time limit. That's
just,
it.
okay, well, that's fine. If you think that's good.
That's totally acceptable.
The town has done that with Calamar, the building department.
Yep.
And most recently, the fire marshal's office.
Yeah.
Made them pull all new permits, and all new fees.
Absolutely, and I understand that, and we should be looking at the same kind of situation, especially with the circumstances they have
Mhm.
with the sewer system internally.
Yeah.
It's gonna affect us externally,
Yes, right.
and, I mean, maybe we need to put them on notice that any agreements that we have expired.
I did send the certified letters out, as we talked
Okay,
about last
yep.
time, those went out.
But that's listing what our requirements will be,
Right.
not necessarily dollars and cents.
Well,
And I'm
Calamar is gonna walk, because they have a contract with no end date. So you have to accept the fact that we're exposed there. There's nothing you can do, because we didn't say you had to have this done by October.
I don't agree.
Well,
I think you have to look at, as we change our FCC rate, and they don't have it yet, is that the case?
Well, they
They
are,
haven't officially connected to the.
so they're not officially connected, so they are on the hook for the $6,500 per,
Yeah,
but we did.
well, we negotiated a package.
negotiated.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is we should be telling them that negotiation now has expired. And we'll have to renegotiate.
well, we would need to change the FCC rate first. To be able to say that, we would need to go forward on the plan to change it. That's why I say I don't want this whole thing to focus
Okay, hold
on
on.
Calamar.
No, but we negotiated a discount for them. And that's not the 60, see, there's the difference. The FCC was a negotiated amount as opposed to a calculated amount.
And was there an end date on that negotiation?
I honestly do not know, Jim.
Okay, if there wasn't,
It's unlikely,
well,
Yeah.
but
if there
that doesn't
wasn't,
mean it's forever.
well. A good
I'm not sure
attorney
what it
might
means.
say, well, that does mean it's forever.
Yeah, and. I mean, you know.
Well,
Okay.
that's why I
Well,
say, I
let's
don't.
give an opinion.
Sorry.
I would love to actually look at the contracts would be my first.
Yeah, I know that. What does it actually say?
What does it actually
Cause
say?
we're talking about something that goes back quite a way. So we're kind of,
Well, I would assume there's some kind of case law with regard to a reasonable expectation of performance in an amount of time.
right,
But it's something I could research, certainly. I haven't encountered someone with an open-ended contract like that. to the scope that you're talking about, sometimes simple arm's length agreements, maybe there's a little more flexibility, but.
Right.
Be more than happy to take a look at how it reads now and give you my opinion.
So what we should do with the Calamar, so we never have to talk about it again, is let him look at that contract. And tell us what
Or
it is.
agreement, or
but-
whatever the heck we did.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have a contract, Mike, but
Oh, the agreement is almost the same.
we did negotiate an agreement based on data that they had given us, so I have all that information, I can send it your way, and you can kind of read through it.
But there is something in writing or just sort of back and forth communication?
There was something in writing where we agreed to take their water readings, because they said it's 55 and over. They don't use anywhere near the 137 gallons a day that is typical EDU. So we arrived at, let's say, 57 gallons a day, which reduced their facility connection charge by more than half.
Right.
It was huge.
Substantial.
Right,
Okay.
but the thing I'm
But-
trying to do is, well, Calamar is the example. I'm trying to get away from it because
Yeah.
it's the other things that I'm really worried
Oh,
about.
no, I agree, but
Okay.
I'm looking at that as, look, they got people in there every day. That's why we have to. No, they got people in the building every day.
Yeah.
Okay? They wanna be able to get that place rented. I think they got a ways to go, but
Yeah.
they got people in there every day, and I don't wanna see it get to the point where we're gonna be questioning all of this when they're ready to move forward. I have a concern about that.
Well, I think it also comes down to if a developer files an application with the WPA, let's say West River Farms, or anybody
Yeah.
who knew quarry metals, let's say somebody decides to
Yeah.
go to that. To my knowledge, we don't currently have an expiration date. We don't say like this permit is valid for X.
I'm pretty sure it's right on the application.
Oh, is it? No, please look at it, it's,
No, it's all, and
Yeah, I'm sure will.
we're planning and zoning does,
exactly, that's why.
they have time limits.
Exactly,
and-
right. And the building department does too. They
And,
talk to
yeah,
the
building
inspector,
inspector.
like, how long is the permit good for?
Well,
Right.
and the truth is usually by the time they get to us, they're ready to go.
Oh, no, exactly.
So
Generally.
we haven't had a problem where we have to say,
Well, we may
it's
already
been
have
longer
it,
than it should. be.
we might already have it done,
You know, it could very well be under, I mean, I look at those things all the time and
right,
probably just quite straight.
boilerplate,
Boilerplate, yeah.
It's valid for 1 year.
Oh, geez, oh,
there you go.
thank you, Laura. Oh, boy, they gotta be larger, jump right off the page.
There you go, okay.
Sewer permit applications are valid for 1 year from the date of application.
Okay.
Applications not renewed will be void. So.
Pretty straightforward.
So,
And that
James,
application,
I've been generous with 2 years.
yeah, I know, we don't,
That's exactly what that means. That means Calamar's contract with you is already.
long gone.
That's what he's for.
I understand, I'm talking about across the thing, like, this has been 3,000. So now we can sit back and go, we already do that.
Yes, better spot to be in.
Well, I'll touch base with Mike and after he's had a chance if we.
Certainly. But I mean, that's the concept.
Now, the way we negotiate that with Calamar is we work on those FCC rates, get them changed really darn quick. And move forward with the plan.
Well,
that's
you're not
next.
gonna get rich on it there, I can tell you that
Well,
right now,
well,
but
but-
that's not the point.
It might prompt them to pay their FCC rate.
That, they'd have to get a lot closer to a CO to even think about it,
They're
because that
at least a year away from the CO according to the building itself.
that close, huh?
He said, they were gonna be done this April. He said they're not even gonna be done next year, but he said he didn't care how many people they're putting that parking lot.
Right,
They've got so much stuff that they've gotta undo that they keep on doing and.
yes. And then they have to do it correctly when they redo it. Okay, and that's not our issue totally. only-
How many hookups do we have with them?
122,
That's 122 times.
no, well,
No, it
the-
isn't.
we
Just,
basically have, I think it's 53 connections at 6,500.
okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you that in 5 months. That rate, regardless of what you had, it's gonna jump $100 a unit. So that's $5,000. You might actually get some kind of payment, or get them to pay half of it. You see what I'm saying?
Because it's gonna continue to.
Yeah,
Well, that's the point. If it drags out, it's gonna cost them more and more, but then that's not a surprise.
no,
That's the nature of business.
Okay.
okay,
So that's good. Okay, it sounds like we're on the right track and that's what it's all about. Okay, good. New business, bill sheet review, you guys have that, it's on the table for you. So we are 67% of the year gone and 61% of the money expended. We're really close to our budget, which is very good.
Which is kind of where you want to go.
And, yep, and, so I think we're in pretty good shape,
I agree, we're in very good shape.
and that's kind of important,
Mhm.
because we're still collecting. So we don't necessarily have a whole lot of money directly available from this year's bills to cover the balance we see on that budget yet. We get closer and closer. Yes, I'm sure. I'm gonna get my pen handy exercise.
Yeah, you need to.
I'm sure I will. Superintendent's report.
Okay, I'll make this brief, we just talked about Palomar. I got the zoning permit, and today I got the building permit. We have purchased the shed, it is being built. We shopped around, and we get some really, really good pricing from Quarter Farms, so nobody can touch pricing. We've ordered a 14-foot wide by 30-foot long gambrel shed with a garage door, 5 windows and another set of double doors in the back, so getting. It's gonna
Oh, I
be
like
great, it's
that.
gonna work out fantastic
Yeah.
for us, so. Okay, so that's gonna be delivered here April 5th, I think it is. We finished second pump at the Scannick pump station, so now both Mill and Scannick have 2 complete new pumps at each station. Valves, check valves, boy, those pumps, best thing we've ever done, we couldn't be happier. Since last month, we also installed, we had a pump rebuilt for Mill Pond. Got that installed, so, today we installed a new transfer switch at the Mill Street pump station. It was a huge undertaking, because again, we had to cut down the power generator. The generator out there is like 37 years old, the transfer switch was giving us trouble. And it's obsolete, can't make it, so they were able to get us a little bit larger one. We worked with them and they use Valley Electric, that's what these guys do, they just focus on transfer switches, so. Today, it was a long day, it was a lot of planning again, but by 2 o'clock this afternoon, we were back in business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, no, those are some really big projects that we've had going on, on top of the regular stuff that we have to deal with anyway, so.
Sorry to interrupt, but quick question.
Mhm.
So the generator is 37 years old, correct?
Yes.
Still functional?
Yeah.
Still viable?
I talked to Paul, when I talked to Paul on Monday, I mentioned to him, and I think Paul had basically the same question. And so we use Tower Generator as our generator repair folks. And so we had talked to them a few years back, it's getting older. And they had told us that although those generators are considered obsolete, they have enough parts, and at whatever point in time they get where they say, hey, we can't support you if this thing breaks down, they're gonna let us know. So, yeah, we've made sure, exactly, yeah.
and a bunch of parts on the shelf, they can sell you at a good price too.
Well, the guys
It works out
commented,
for everybody, win-win.
the electricians today who did it with Tower Generator commented on, boy, your equipment is in such nice shape, it looks brand new. It's 37 years old, it's got 1,000 hours on it, but I mean, we have to depend on that thing when the power goes out for that thing to run, so.
Maintain verbally.
Yeah, so no, we're happy with what Tower does for us, and, again, they were very complimentary to our guys for the work that they do in maintaining stuff, it was all really good to hear, so. Again, another busy month, but we've got a lot of stuff accomplished, so when Paul mentions on the bill sheet here, that's reflective of all. Rather than waiting 40 years to do something like we're doing it, we're doing it every month. Chipping away, and so, other than that, no, it's all good. Things are very good.
How pretty is the new shed?
Not here.
okay?
No, I'm asking, how Reed, they fix something out, I wanna know.
Oh, well, the color is going to be barn red,
Okay,
because I thought that would blend in good with the brick. It's gonna go right over here. We found a nice location. It's gonna look very nice. It's got white trim. It's gonna have 5 large E windows to get a lot of natural daylight in there. We're gonna put flower boxes on it. It's got a cupola on it. It's gonna be like the focal point.
Cool.
so,
Very nice.
You can show up on April 5th when it shows up.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not, but I got a better idea. So,
Oh, God.
we're gonna have
Sure.
ribbon cutting,
We can,
and we're going to invite the first selectman to bring his scissors to cut it.
I thought we would invite the chairman, to bring his scissors to cut it.
Well, the chairman and the first selectman could stand there together.
Yeah,
I would leave that to the board to decide. Because, I always view it as, we work for the sewer commission. We're part of the town.
Yeah, I always thought we were colleagues, but okay. That was a shot.
Whatever you wanna do, Jim, whatever you wanna do.
I
No,
Oh.
oh, God, no. You don't know what you're asking for.
Well, whatever the commission would like to do.
No, I think we should. Excuse me. I have to disagree with you, my friend. But I think it's important when you read things on Facebook and these people complain about stuff. And here we're gonna have a shed that's going to fit into the character of the community
And serve a purpose.
and serve a purpose. And I think the first selectman would love to come cut the ribbon, and Paul knows
Sure, I'm in favor.
Oh, that's fine, whatever you
Yeah.
folks are in favor of, I'll go along.
I think it's great because it's part of the town.
No, I've always said, we're all here to serve the town.
Yeah.
It's just that
So-
here, we really kind of
So
serve.
let's plan something, end of April, that'll give you time to put flower boxes, put the
Yep.
flowers in. Make it all pretty, but I would go ahead and arrange it with the first selectman Art, I think you should call him. And I
What would
think-
you like me to call them?
Well, something nice,
Yeah,
so it would work, but he
This
might
time.
accept Jay from you, cause he's a pretty nice guy. And I think he'd be thrilled to do it.
I think so.
And then certainly we would invite the entire board of selectmen. Or anyone else that wants to attend that has an interest. Then after we get the picture. We make sure that we get it in the village,
Oh,
By village.
and also North Central News.
yeah.
Those are two that would be
And-
interested in town news.
Generally speaking, Friday afternoons are good for Jason. Cause town hall closes early and it gives me a way to get out of the building to go home eventually.
It's
Otherwise,
also-
he'll just keep on working.
We're also out on Friday, yeah.
Right,
Oh,
I would say
okay, fair
do
enough.
it when you're gonna be
Okay.
here.
do it
We'll
in
make it
reasonable
fine.
time. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
fine, yeah,
We'll,
okay.
we'll make
Yeah.
time to be, he comes out on Saturdays to do this. for
Oh,
me.
no, I know, yeah, exactly.
So if
Yeah.
you have it during the week, he'll
That'll be fine.
Okay, yeah.
I think that'll be great.
And then just make sure we invite all the selectmen to come.
Yeah.
Of course, direct email to these people,
Yeah, sure thing.
it's not gonna hurt.
I'll put our PR committee on that.
Good, I like it.
leave Jim off of that. committee, please.
Just,
No, not on any committees.
I resigned from every commission in town.
Yeah.
This month,
I saw that. Yeah.
by design.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, because you retired, is that why?
Oh,
Oh, it's, I don't,
Government ties your hands, bro.
let's call them refocused.
not retired, but refocused.
No, repurposed.
Yeah,
It's all good.
You have to do something, you have these points, then you have your next life.
Okay.
Okay,
I hit that last summer, so I'm on the next life motion.
all right. I got my charge, I know what I gotta do.
Okay. Transfer. 901, huh? Guess we're running.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right,
We are adjourned.
I'll send some information, you might come up, our agreement.